Mayuri Dixit, are you new today? Mayuri Dixit.
I'm there, sir.
Yeah, fine. Rajini, Arjit, Sachin, Diveti. Nitesh Tiwari. Nitesh, you are new today, right? Yes or no? Okay, fine. So do you all understand what is the architecture of Angular? Can anyone say yes or no? What is your entry point of Angular?
Main.ts.
Main dot
Yes.
TS file. So this TS file will call an app module, right? The app module will have 4 properties. What are all those properties? You have to speak. You should not be idle.
Declaration, imports, provider, and bootstrap.
You have 4 properties. One is declaration property, import property, provider property, bootstrap property. Or you got my point? I'm talking about this is the 16 version of Angular. Okay. Whenever you create a component, by default, component class will be registered here. Okay. So why we are making the bootstrap as app component? My startup component will be my app.component.ts file. Do you all clear my point? So this component will
Yes.
be executed by default. Now, if you go into the app HTML, you see parent and general component. Now, what I'm planning to do, I want to travel. First, I want to. This is my UI. Okay. In this, I deployed sorry guys, some network issue.
Can't see your screen.
Fine. Will you able to see my screen?
Yes.
See, basically, whenever a user makes a request, what is the first file it will hit? Can anyone tell me? When you make an Angular, what is your first file to hit, ma? The
Main.ts.
first file is
Main.ts.
main.ts.
Yes.
This main.ts internally bootstrapped with Angular module. Am I right? Say yes
Yes.
or no? This bootstrap is bootstrapped with Angular module. Without Angular module, will you able to do this?
No.
Say yes or no?
No.
No. So once the bootstrap with Angular module, this bootstrap main file will call a module.ts file. Everybody clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
It will call you the
App module.ts.
module.ts. It could be any name. Okay, here, this app module file has 4 properties. What are all those properties, ma? One is
Declarations.
declaration. Second one is
Import.
imports. Third one is exports. Fourth one is
Bootstrap.
bootstrap. You need to very clear with this. So bootstrap is nothing but a startup component. Clear my point? Bootstrap is basically used for what? Startup component. Now you will have a component here. The call will comes to here component. Everybody clear? Lavanya? You will have a component.ts. Clear my point? Say yes or no?
Yes.
Arjit, Mayuri, Dikshit, Nilesh,
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Rajit, Rajni, Rajni R. Rajni R. Say yes or no? Rajni, I think you are in mute. So the component means contain 3 files. What are all those files? Any component has 3 files. What are all those files, ma?
HTML, CSS, and TS.
HTML,
CSS or
HTML.
SCSS spec.
I have 3 files. One is dot HTML. Second one is dot SCS file. Third one is
CSS.
TS file.
TS file. Okay.
Okay, any component. When I say component, component has 3 files. One is for rendering the data into a view. Rendering data. Second one is applying style sheet. Another one is style sheet. Now, whenever you make a request from outside, as per the architecture, first what will hit? It will hit the main.ts file. Then the main.ts will internally call a module, and then this bootstrap will call the component. The component will render HTML, send the response back to the bootstrap, and then module will give the response back to the main.ts, and then the ts will given back to the response to the user. Do you understand the architecture? Say yes or no? Everybody clear with the architecture?
Yes.
Say yes or no? Sachin, Arjit,
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Shivari, everybody. Can you take a screenshot of this architecture of Bootstrap?
Yes,
Can
sir.
you put it
Capture.
in a group, please? So that everybody can understand.
WhatsApp group or like here in chat?
The .NET group, WhatsApp group.
Okay. Sir, shared.
Got it. Super. So the point here is, now, sir, prove me whether the flow is right or wrong. So what I'm going to do, right click, inspect element. I am going to the network tab. I am refreshing. You see all the files are downloaded. Main.js, style sheet, localhost, every files are downloaded or not?
Yes,
Yes or
downloaded.
no?
Yes.
And then when you click on main.js file, go to the net source file, you go here, you see there is an src folder. click on main, put a breakpoint here, and then try to refresh. You see, where is the first hit happen?
Main.ts.
Boots.
Main dot
TS.
ts. Now, when you click on this, it will come to the catch error. Again, it will go, and then it will debug. Then again, go back. Where it is coming, ma? It is coming the app module.ts.
Yes.
So that this ng module will have a declaration, will have an import, will have a provider, will have a bootstrap. As per the diagram, you have all the three. Say yes or no. And then
Yes.
this module internally call a app component.ts file. This component file will be get hitted. You see here, I'm putting a breakpoint. I'm just running. Now where I'm coming, ma? Where I'm coming?
App
Say yes or no.
component.ts.
Component dot
Yes.
component.ts. This component.ts will call an HTML. You see the parent component is calling or not?
Yes.
And then this parent component will be completed. It will go back to the where you see. Parent is printed.
Hmm.
Earlier parent was not printed yet. Now parent is
Hmm.
printed. Now come back. You see.
Same things are happening.
No, once it has been rendered, it will be completed. Finally, it will come and render as a parent component. Now you understand the flow? What I explained in the diagram is happening or not?
But one question.
Yeah, please.
In the module file has 4 properties. The third properties is export or providers.
Sorry, it will be provider. I made a mistake.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'll come to you. What is provider? Why do we need a provider? Now, what I want to do is this component is your main component. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I want to transfer data from app component to child component UI. Let's explain you. Can I go with the new diagram?
Yes.
See, in the same architecture, I have a component. In the same architecture, I have a component as .html file and .typescript file. How many files we have? I have 2 files. Okay. Now, what I want to do is, this is my TS file. I want to have .ts file. This file is .html file. Clear my point? In the TS file, I want to transfer a data. Assume I have a data. Okay. I want to traverse the data to the HTML file. I want to transfer data to the HTML file. For that, I'm going to use a concept called as interpolation. Clear my point? What is the concept?
Interpolation.
Interpolation. I want to transfer data with the help of interpolation. You need to carefully understand. So how to transfer the data? For that, transferring the data, I am declaring a variable as I'm going to declare the variable in the class. So who will create object for the class app component? Where the object
Hmm.
will be created?
Via IOC.
Come on.
Via IOC. I mean
Via
IOC
IOC. What is IOC? Inversion of control.
control.
By default, it will create object for each class. because this module will try to create object for the each component, because every component will be treated as a class, right? So now I have a TypeScript file. I have a TypeScript file and I have a HTML file. I want to transfer data, something like this. See, user name. Since it is a TypeScript, I'm going to use a variable username. I say, welcome to iTask Technologies. I'm saying, welcome to iTask Technology. Did I declare a variable under the class? Say yes or no.
Yes.
Yes.
Arjit, Sachin, Mayuri, Nitesh,
Yes, sir. Yes.
everybody has to say. Now, I want to bind this variable with the help of interpolation into my HTML. Here, I'm going to say HR tag, horizontal row. Here, I'm going to have a H2 tag. Okay. Now, I want to print the variable containing data. What my variable containing data? Simply, can I use variable name like this? Now, you see, if I put username, you get the username.
Mm.
Variable name is treated as a user variable name, but it
Mm.
doesn't hold the data. How to
No.
get the data? For that, you need to use an interpolation. Like in C#, you need to have interpolation like this. You need to have double curly braces. What do you need to have?
Double curly braces.
Double
Curly braces. Mm.
curly braces. Now, the variable welcome to iTask Technology automatically printed with this. You see here. What is the value it is printed, ma?
Welcome to iTask Technology.
Welcome to.
iTask Technology.
Why it is printed welcome to iTask Technology?
Because we are transferring variable data to HTML page with the help of
We are
string
transferring.
operation.
We are transferring data to
View.
HTML page. That is why it will be treated as a welcome to iTask Technologies. Clear?
Yes.
Now, what is the difference you see from ASP.NET Core MVC and here? In ASP.NET Core MVC, you will have a model, right?
Mm.
You will pass the model binding, right?
Correct.
But here you are passing the view variable directly to that with the help of interpolation. So model binding and interpolation are same.
Yes.
Model binding and interpolation are same or not?
Same.
But this data is one-way binding. This
Mm.
is one-way binding. One-way binding means what? Transferring data from app component class to HTML.
HTML.
But I can't able to transfer data from HTML to TypeScript. Is it a one-way binding or two-way binding?
One-way binding.
Why it is a one-way binding? Why we are calling this as a one-way binding?
Because we can able to transfer data from TS file to view. It's a one way.
That is why we will call this as an one-way binding. Now, sir, I want to communicate a two-way binding. What to do that? I want to communicate two-way binding. For that, we need to have a concept called, we don't have two-way. Okay, I'll take this one. You need to transfer data both the places. For that, we need to use ng model. What we are using? ng model. Have you got my point? Now, to implement ng model, let me take a notepad of Angular nodes. So what is the first thing? First point, interpolation. What is interpolation?
Transferring data
This
from
is the
class 2.
concept of transfer data from model from dot TypeScript to dot HTML. Am I right or wrong? Second thing
Right.
is ng model. We will call this as model binding. Model binding. Now, how we will call this as a model binding? Why we are calling this as a model binding? Anyone can tell me? It is
For two-way data binding.
used to transfer data from UI to TypeScript and TypeScript to UI. That's why we called as two-way binding. What binding? Two-way binding. Understand my point? So in the two-way binding, I have a username. Okay, I have a username. Now here, I'm going to have a variable called, I'm going to declare a one more variable. Okay, saying that HR tag. And here, I'm going to have input type equal to text. Okay, but if you try to use ng model as a property, here, it will not work. Why it will not work, I will tell you. Basically, what you need to do, you need to declare the variable as a property. Now, if you go back, what it is saying? Can anyone tell me? What is the exception it is saying? Cannot bind ng model since it is not a known property of input element. Why? Because
So namespace is required, something like that.
absolutely. So what you need to do in the module, you are going to import a component called forms module. You are going to import a forms module component.
Sir, is there any no option is there to get this automatically?
No, there was no option. You need to read it.
Oh,
And then where this forms module coming from? Under this node module. You see there is an Angular forms. You see at Angular, you see there is a forms.
hmm.
So in this namespace package, that forms module will be automatically comes here. Now you need to import that forms module in the here. So how to import forms module? The moment you import the forms module, the ng module directive, this will be derived from forms module. Understand my point?
Yes.
Now, if you go here, you see I got the welcome to ITAS technology. Say yes or no. Do I get a
Yes.
welcome to ITAS technology or not? Now, if you remove yes, see here, data is deleting or not.
Deleting.
This is how ng module will happen. But it was not printed here properly. Now, why? We need to see. No, it is not like this. It has to go. No, it's correct only. So you have to do like this. Now you go back. You try to remove welcome. See, data is removing or not.
Yes.
Now you say Narendrababu in the text box. Is it a two-way binding or not?
Yes.
Say yes or no. Everyone.
Yes.
Madhuri, Mayuri,
Yes.
Ranjit, Sachin,
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Nilesh, Nitesh Tiwari, Nitesh, are you new today?
Yes, sir.
Come again.
Yes.
Nitesh, I'm not able to hear your voice.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I'm new.
When you got this link?
Today.
Today. Are you in the group? Fine.
Yes. Yes.
Fine. So you got the name, Narendrababu Mupparaju. Whenever you make a change, you see, Narendrababu is changing or not? Say yes or no. Say yes or no.
Yes.
Yes.
So what this mean by? This is called two-way binding. To implement two-way binding in Angular, what is the concept we have to use?
NG model.
Okay. To implement two-way binding, what is the concept we need to use?
NG model.
NG
Model.
model. Thank you. Now, sir, I want to click a event. Today, I'm going to give you only basics. Okay. For example, I entered a data in Narendra. Okay. And the Narendra, I need to have a button here. When you click on a button, I need to print the Narendra in the same page. How to do that? How to do that?
Through event.
What event?
Button event.
I need to create a button. Button, print, something like that. You see, there is a print button.
Hmm.
So now I want to associate a click event of this button. For that is your method as a function. And then void state. This is the method. Now what I want to do, I'm creating a variable user colon string equal to null. Listen carefully. This is most important. Okay. Now here, whatever the username I binded with the ng model, I want to assign this value here. So now here, I simply say user equal to username. User equal to username. Why I'm getting an error? Can anyone tell me?
This.
Why do we need this?
The current object.
No, current class.
Current class
Think
object.
that this is
Very
a
well.
keyword which will denote to the current class, because the variable username and user are declared within an app component class. So what you need to do, you need to have this dot user equal to username. Now go back to the HTML. Can I use an interpolation here? Say yes or no? H3. I say user. See here, I have a user. Let me have it users. I think it is some property issue. So better to have users. Now go to here, I can have users. Now go to the UI. You see, do you have any data here?
No.
Do
Nothing.
you have any data here?
No, sir.
The moment when you click and print, it is not coming. Why? Because you define a method in TypeScript. You define a method in btn click in TypeScript, but not
Not binding.
associated with the click event of the button. For that, what you need to do is, there is a method you have to pass like this, click. equal to. Now go back to the tab, copy this function, and you need to associate this function. Or you got my point? Whenever you click on a button, this function will automatically fired and this code will be executed on its own. Understand my point?
Yes.
Now, if you go here, when you click on print, you got the welcome to ITAS technology. Now,
Yes.
if I'm removing, when you click on print, welcome ITAS, again I'm removing print. See, the event is associated or not? Say yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, please.
One question.
Please.
You have created only the string properties or string value, right?
Come again.
You have declared in the class that the string value or string variable or string property, right?
It is a variable.
Yeah.
It is not a property.
Okay, string variable, and you have assigned some value, and
Yes.
so you're transferring the value through interpolation in the HTML page. So it is basically the string interpolation, or we can set other value also like boolean, integer, any operator
It is
like
an
that.
interpolation. It can be any data type.
Okay.
You cannot say
Hello.
so. If anybody talk it as a string interpolation, it is wrong. It is an interpolation.
Okay. So this is not mandatory to
Transfer
string.
data from any type to UI.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes. So we can pass also the boolean type, right? Hello.
You can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can pass. Can we do
Okay.
that?
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes.
you are audible, sir.
But sometimes your voice is breaking.
I think network is coming and going. Now it is okay.
Hmm.
Now here I say is flag.
Sorry.
The flag is. The flag is. What is the boolean ma? Is flag. Clear?
Yes.
And then you are having a HR tag. Now go back. You say flag is true.
Correct.
Say sir. Arjit.
Hmm.
Arjit, Ranjit, Sachin, everybody.
Yes, yes.
So now, if I go to the code, can I change into false? Now go back. It become false.
Hmm.
Say yes or no.
Hmm.
So tell me, well, here I'm using a string, here I'm using a boolean. Can I say this concept is a string interpolation or interpolation?
Yeah.
It is called interpolation only.
It will be called it as only interpolation. It should not be a string interpolation. Arjit, you understand now?
Yes, understand. But my question is not like that. The thing is that suppose there is a checkbox in the UI part.
Hmm. I'll come
Can
that.
we
For
check and
that, we
uncheck
need to
through
write lot of
this
other logics.
can we check uncheck to this boolean value?
You can do that.
And that is my question.
You can do that. See, you go
Okay.
here. Input type equal to checkbox. Okay. Use ng model equal to declare a variable. What is the variable?
Is flag.
Flag.
What is the variable?
Is flag.
Is
Flag.
flag. Now go back.
No. No. I'm asking you are using the ng model. I'm asking about
Interpolation. Interpolation will not work. Here you need to use it.
interpolation will work or not?
Two-way binding. You cannot directly use it.
No, just before that, you show that the flag is true and false by using the interpolation of a Boolean type, right? By the
Hmm.
same way, using the interpolation, can we bind the checkbox
Flag
check
is
or
false. Nothing has been checked.
Hmm.
The moment I don't understand what you are talking. Can you repeat me?
my
It is
question
a
is
two-way binding, right? Whenever
no.
you make
I'm
change,
not two-way binding. I
Ajit,
understood, sir. Two-way binding, I understood. My question is through interpolation, can we check and uncheck the text box?
not possible, na?
Okay.
Not possible. One-way binding will
Okay.
only display data. It will not do any action.
No. Suppose the is flag is in the TS file is we declared the is flag is false, right?
Hmm.
Is flag value is false, and we put a checkbox in the UI part in the HTML,
Hmm.
and the is flag value we have will assign into the interpolation in the enable or disable whatever the properties of the text box. Yes.
It will not work.
Can we use here the interpolation? That is my
No,
question.
but that is not a right way. This is not the
Okay.
right way. We can use it, but always you have to use the ng model.
Checked
Understand?
username. Checked equal to username.
Yes.
Checked equal to is flag.
Is flag. Username. So when the page will load, it should be the false, right?
It is false only.
Okay. If we put true, where then it will be true, right?
Yes. Clear?
Sir, you have added this code for text box, not for checkbox.
It is for text box.
Yeah, so I think text box is now disabled. Like if the value is false. No, text box check property is wrong actually.
Input type text.
This is wrong.
Uh,
It will not work, I believe.
checked equal to interpolation.
See, it is not working.
Okay.
Interpolation will not work. It definitely required ng model.
Okay.
Because you are passing data from UI to TS file, right? In the TS file, in the isFlag property, you are passing from HTML to TS file, right? And TS file to HTML, right?
No. I don't want to passing the data from TS to HTML,
Oh,
HTML to
it will
TS. I
not work.
just want to see
See,
the data from TS
interpolation.
to HTML.
Listen. You are making yourself confusion. Listen carefully.
Hmm.
Interpolation will happen only transferring data from TypeScript code to UI. That's it.
That I want. Only that I want.
What do you want? You want if you
Yes.
make it true, it automatically get true.
Yes. If we put it true, automatically when the page will load, it will be true. The checkbox is checked. Like that only.
It is. It is checking.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that was my
Mayuri,
question.
Nitesh, Ranjit,
Yes, sir.
anybody have any questions?
One question.
Yeah, please.
So I mean, like now, like I'm thinking in a way, like as a .NET developer, when we declare variable, like we used to write syntax like string name equal to Sachin, right? Here, that syntax is different.
Yes.
So like how easily we can grasp this syntax, or like and or
See,
like
it is
yeah,
see, in .NET, how you will declare the variable here? If you say Boolean is flag, you simply say bool
bool is flag equal to true.
bool is flag equal to true, right?
Correct.
Here in TypeScript, you basically do is you declare variable, tell the data type of the variable.
Okay.
You are going to declare a variable and tell the data type of the variable and say true.
Okay. That is in reverse order actually.
That is the reverse order in
Okay.
TypeScript. You clear my point?
Yeah.
You are telling this is your variable. You see here, if you go, what it is saying? App component property with the variable is false and the data type is Boolean. You understand?
But why it is hinting as a property? It should be
By
filled on.
default, Angular this as a property. You no need to worry about it. It internally
Okay.
taken as a property. That is the reason people are moving from TypeScript to JavaScript to TypeScript.
Okay.
So it is, sir, variable
Why
or
we are
property?
saying TypeScript is it is a property. It is not a variable.
But you said just earlier it is a variable.
See, that is fine. Variable or property is same only, right?
Okay, in Angular, variable and property are same. Okay.
Yes. In
Okay.
Angular,
But
variable or property both are same. But when you are writing the code or when you are explaining, people will tell this as a variable. But by default,
So your voice is
class will consider this as a property. Clear?
Hmm.
Arjit, Ranjit, you understand?
Yes. But
Ranjit?
can we hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But can we also declare like that? Here you are saying that username with the data type, you are assigning some value and it is a property. Just like a variable, what we are
Yes.
using in .NET. But
Yes.
can we declare like in the JavaScript what we are declaring just var some variable name then equal to the value?
No. You need to specify the data type of variable. Otherwise, it will not consider. For example,
Because of
you
TypeScript.
say user val equal to XYZ. This is not the right way to do, but it will allow. But this is not the right way to do.
By
Okay.
default, what is the variable for this? I mean, if you declare like this.
Yes. Dynamically, it will treat the variable data type, but that is not the right way. Always you have to use a data type. But this is not the right way to implement in Angular.
because TypeScript is like type safe, right?
Yes.
That's right. Okay.
TypeScript is purely a type safe. Understand? See, while declaring it is not a problem. You see here, user XYZ is equal to XYZ. something like that. And I'm using that in the method, it will throw an exception. I believe it has an exception. You simply home. I say this equal to this dot username. Sometimes it throws an exception. Or if you find something like 1, 2, 3. See, it is throwing an exception.
Because it is a number to string type you are assigning.
You understand my point? So, declaring the variable with the specific data is the best practice. Understand my point?
But for string,
Any data type I can assign, right? Why it is type string? Why it is typecasting? It is telling that it is not acceptable. Why?
Because at compile time he knows like which
Because
type
when you
type.
assign but it throws an
I declare to
give
this
me the
string.
it throws an error.
Hmm.
Tell me the type of the variable. When you assign value, it will tell the type of the variable.
Okay.
Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Arjit,
Yes.
anybody have any questions?
Sir, one small question, just related with syntax. So in C#, when we declare any kind of property, our first letter is in capital letter. But in TypeScript, I think we are following camel case here. Not camel case, I think. Yeah, it's a camel case.
No. Camel case, all and all this secondary. Forget about camel case or TypeScript, all
Okay.
those things.
Okay, fine.
Clear?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Right now, no, from my side.
Anybody have any questions? If not, we can wind off. We'll meet on Monday. Okay?
Yeah.
Nitesh, will you be interested to join at 10 p.m.? You can also join that session also. Okay? Okay then. Thank you guys.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.